Hello. I decided to go for a walk for a number of reasons. Um, to enjoy nature, to enjoy life, to feel better, to be healthier, and to hopefully lose the 5 pounds I gained back after losing 30 pounds, and to prevent myself from eventually having to go in a wheelchair because I have scoliosis, curvature of the spine, and I've been experiencing a lot of pain on my right side and some neck pain, which I can usually deal with, but the side pain was bad. And and walking does tremendous help for that and for my back. Um, Also, uh, I thought I smelled pineapple in my urine. It gets a pineapple smell. It doesn't happen a lot, but it's happened a few times. It happens now and again, and I believe that's from high blood sugar when your pee smells like fruit, and a few times when it smelled like pineapple. I think that means high blood sugar. So I have diabetes all over my family, both sides. Both my parents have it, type 2. But when my dad got it, it was almost type 1. I mean, at the level and the symptoms and the diagnosis. I mean, as far as he had to take insulin and stuff. Anyway, um, so I don't want to get that, and I want to avoid it. There's no, I don't have type 1, and I don't even have type 2 yet, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. And I'm also trying to avoid, I get a lot, all kinds of health problems, and I do have some heart. Sometimes I get pain in my heart, and I feel like I'm overdressed, and I am. I'm hot because my my coat is long, and I'm wearing lots of layers, and I'm hot, and I'm all underneath my gloves. I've got these long extra sleeve things, but and obviously this is my phone. But I figure I've never been on this trail before, and if I got lost, I'd like to be able to call and say, "Help me, I'm lost," and not freeze to death. So, so I'm on the trail, and um, you know, in the ninth grade in PE class, it was actually aerobics class. They made us run. We were running down the sidewalk, and I actually was at a point, because I'm an overweight person, but I actually did start running, and I started to do it on my own initiative for a very short time. But I did a lot of aerobics, and that was something I did also. A lot of dancing, um, and all that's really good aerobic exercise. But because of my back issues, I do a lot of stretches and ab exercises I've been doing for eons. Ooh, look at those mushrooms. Yeah, I wouldn't eat those. Yeah, they say if you're in a survival situation to never gamble with mushrooms because they aren't very nutritious in the first place. They just taste good to those of us that like them. My son hates mushrooms, and he's actually allergic to them. Anyway, also my talking will scare away any predators that might be lurking around. Actually, the predators will sometimes still follow you, but but the ones that are scared of people will not. And I also have a little bell. I have my extra pepper spray. That's the one I have on my wrist. And this is the pepper spray I keep on my keychain all the time. And a whistle. A whistle. So, I'm going to show you. Forgot what I was going to show you. Oh, my bell. I have an extra. I have a cowbell. I'm going to show you my cowbell. Anyway, I want to turn this around because my face isn't as interesting as what I'm looking at. See? This actually, the more noise you make, the better, because it warns anything that could be lurking around. I don't see any. I'm going to need to, how can I clip that? I'm trying to clip my cowbell on something. Okay, there's my cowbell is on my medical alert thing, which says lymph nodes removed, no BP or needles on left arm, breast cancer survivor. Because when I had breast cancer, I had a lumpectomy, which took part of the breast, and they took 2 lymph nodes to prevent the cancer from spreading were it to do so, which it did not, and there was no cancer in the lymph nodes, they told me after they took them out. But once you start messing with the lymph nodes, they say that puts that arm at that side at risk of getting lymphedema, which apparently is very painful. So they can't have no needles, no blood pressure, no trauma to the arm for life from then on. Okay, I'm going to turn this around because the forest is more interesting. And another thing I like about it is when I was a kid, this was my thing. Me and my brother would go outside and enjoy the woods. I loved the nature environment, the nature walk. I just loved it. And I remember one of the times that I ran away from home. I made this whole big little camp of my own, right in the middle of this, what do you call it? This field that was right next door to our house. But I went and got a whole bunch of blankets and Lord knows what else, other stuff. What I considered my survival gear at the time, in the 3rd or 4th grade. And I grabbed my blankets, make a little pile in the middle of the dirt field, and that was my camp, and that's where I was going to live. And I was running away, even though it was right next door to our house. But I love that kind of stuff. I loved it. I don't know why. It was weird. But, one thing that concerns me, and I saw this, it's always a concern really, the woods, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees in this life. Nothing's guaranteed. I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. Nobody is. But maybe I'll take a picture, I'm not sure, but there's a tree that fell down in one of the camps, one of the campsites, and it crashed onto the picnic table, and you can see in the picnic table where it's indented it. That was a big heavy crash. And what's amazing to me is that it fell even in an area where if there had been a camp or motorhome, car, whatever, sitting there, it didn't fall in that location. See, here's even falling logs all the time. You never know. It's just been there a while, but it fell so that out of the way of the motorhome. But there was no motorhome there. There was nobody there. As far as I know, there was nobody there when it happened. But there's nobody there now. But just for the record, somebody could camp there because the log is way to the side. Of course, it is crashed upon the picnic table. I'm curious. I'm sure they know about it. Anyway, So apparently this full trail hike is a little over 2 miles. And when I was married, I used to walk my ex-husband's dog every day. Well, he was at work. It was just easier to do it, so he didn't have to get up an extra half an hour early to do it, and I would walk the dog and every day. And anyway, so I got used to that daily activity. My body got used to it too. And so after I was separated and then divorced, I was eating like there was no tomorrow. And I was at my top weight. But I kept trying to keep up the walk. And I was there, and I was at an hour walk. I do a good hour. And that's basically how I knew, if I was doing the amount that I'm capable of doing, is I'd walk for an hour. And but then, I don't know, in about the last year, I just got out of the habit. And that once you get out of the habit, okay, I don't know where this trail is going. I do not see. Anyway, this video is getting very long. I guess this is the continuation of the trail. That's what it looks like. Anyway, I got out of the habit. And so, the last time I was here, I'm not sure if this is an official. I can't tell. I don't know. It doesn't look very walked on, but that doesn't mean it isn't a trail. Anyway, the last time I was here, I got really bad leg cramps. Okay, I don't see, even if that is a trail, I can't confirm it. It might be, looks like it may be an overgrown trail, but I'm not taking any chances because I could get lost. And that would be my fear to happen. So I'm just going to chill out because my body is really out of shape. Now in theory, I don't have a problem with pushing myself to try and get my body a little sore so I could feel something and, try and get those muscles activated. But what I don't want to do is go through what I did when I woke up in the middle of the night and my legs, they were just cramping up Charlie horses all the way up and down my legs. And there was no escape. I couldn't stop it. And it was bad. And I've had Charlie horses several times in my life. My brother used to get them all the time because he was an athlete. He played all kinds of sports, football, basketball, you name it, track. And he used to get really bad ones. My dad used to get them too when he was working. And funny enough, he didn't get his diabetes until he retired. Isn't that something? See, because physical exercise burns sugar. So, at the top of the hill, I see a couple of campers, and I might end up having to go through their camp, or I could turn around and go back the way I came. What do you think I should do? I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to extend my life. because also I can get Alzheimer's, and they say physical therapy helps to prevent Alzheimer's, physical activity. And there's all kinds of reasons why I need to be doing this. And maybe for my mental health too, because I don't think sitting in my rig 24/7 is going to make me a healthy, productive member of society. Of course, I mean, I'm not doing anything for anybody right now, but at least if my body's working, I'd be able to, would the need arise. That's always helpful, huh? Have a body that works and you can walk and move around and lift things if the need be. But if I can't do any of those things, I am really worthless to the world, aren't I? To myself and everybody else on the planet. So, ground's a little mushy. I don't particularly like that. Sometimes there's sinkholes when grounds are mushy. Anyway, it's a really long video now. But I think I'm going to attempt to, if there's a spot to walk through and not walk through somebody's camp, I'll do that. But I'm not even sure anybody's there. So, okay. I'm going to end this video now. So, I got a couple more videos I still need to upload. But that meant sitting down time. And I wanted to get this done early in the day so that it was done. And then, if I have any energy left, I'll go do my uploading videos. Okay.